Without Zach Lavine in the lineup, a few players have had to step up their game to replace his scoring. One of those players is having a breakout season in Coby White. He is finally here and turning into the player that we've all hoped he was going to be after being drafted so high. I'm your host, Joey Mercer. This is Bulls Digest, and before we get into it today, I just want to say that about 92% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed, so make sure if you watch these videos daily and you enjoy what you're seeing, or this is your first time coming across this and you'd like to see more, to go down below, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every time we upload, it will come right to you. You won't have to search for this content anymore. So without further ado, let's get right into it with the first topic of today being breakout season is here. We've been waiting for Coby White to really show some consistency with this. And last season, he even had to come off the bench and really play a much smaller role because we just weren't getting some consistent play out of him. Even in his rookie season, I remember him hitting 7 threes in one game, and we thought finally he is going to be the player that we thought he was going to be. And people were really struggling to know if he was a point guard or shooting guard coming out of college, as it was kind of up in the air. He has some solid size to be a big point guard in this league at 6'4", and it really is showing lately that he has the ability to play point guard. He's putting up about 6 assists a game. So let's get right into the first thing I saw of a tweet, which is Coby White over his last 4 games. This was tweeted out by the Dunk Central, saying he's putting up 24 points a game, about 6.5 rebounds, 6 assists, 47% from the field, and look at that, 53% from the three-point line, 87% from the line, and the Bulls are 4-0 with Lavine out and Coby White really taking hold of that scoring load. And could it be a breakout season? I'm going to say yes. He is playing phenomenal as of late, and he even had another great game as Caruso unfortunately went down with an injury the other night against the Spurs in, once again, our 4th straight win without Zach Lavine. So, big thing to think of there. It's good that players can step up while we're losing a star in our lineup in Zach Lavine, and it's good to see Coby White finally having his breakout time. Second thing, and I saw an article from Chicago Sun-Times, said, but there he was after the team's victory Friday against the Spurs, knees wrapped in ice, a smile on his face, still with the Bulls. Maybe he's not a pure point guard, and maybe he's not a typical shooting guard, but he's a basketball player and is proving me wrong. That's what you have to do. Just go through it, White said when I asked him about the scrutiny, mine included. Put your head down and work. Control what you can control and try and get through it. Yeah, it's very hard, but I'm a big believer in my faith. I feel there's a plan for everybody. That's what I leaned on when I was going through it. It's nice to see that he's very professional there with the response. He doesn't let things get to him and really come out to the media and say it. He has, faith in his game and all the practice that he puts in, and it certainly is paying off as of late, and he is proving the doubters wrong. The next thing I saw was, oh, I pay attention to it, White said. I know what you said, others have said, I feel like I've got thick skin, but the main thing for me is I wanted to pay attention to it just so I could feel it. Feel it for me, then get through it. I'm the type of dude that's like, okay, he said this about me, oh, that guy said that about me, but you know what? Sometimes people on the internet or the media, you guys, you speak the truth. There were times I would look at it and say, I've got to get better at this. He's right. I've got to fix this. I never try to shy away from any of it because that's not my personality. You have to look at it all head on, take it for what it is, not let it define you, but use it. That is one of the best responses I've seen from an athlete, honestly, in my opinion. Coming out and not only just shying away from all the scrutiny and the doubters, but taking into maybe they could be right that I'm doing something that isn't what I should be doing and I can do better, and really taking at the fuel that he can do better, but not letting it completely bring him down. That is a very professional way to look at those things, and, hats off to him for taking it that way and really improving his game with all the doubters saying that he wouldn't be able to. The next thing I saw was White will enter the Bulls game Monday against the Bucks, holding the franchise record for the most three-pointers in a 10-game span with 47. He's 5th in the NBA in three-pointers made with 68, and he's shooting a career-high 41.7% from long range. Even more impressive, he has emerged as a leader with a voice that even the veteran players hear and respect. A voice White admitted makes him come across like a bleep head at times. So how did the jump happen? He's one of the hardest workers on the team, veteran center Nikola Vucevic said. When you work as much as he does, it's going to pay off. So nice to see there that, they can see that Coby White has put the work in, and he really has, come to be a breakout player this season at 24 points a game. He's always been a solid shooter from the three-point land, but this season has really been over the top. A lot of players have stepped up since Lavine's gone down, which is great to see. They've been able to come together as a team. I'd like to think that that's just players stepping in for his role, and not that Lavine was the cause of all these losses, because you can't put it all on one player. It is definitely a team effort, but Coby White is the guy that has really stepped up the most. And I love to see that even Vooch has taken into account that he's played so well. His work's paid off, and he has been a voice in the locker room, which is great to see from a young guy. That is what you want to see in a leader, and a guy that we definitely want on this franchise for years to come if he continues to perform like this, even behind the scenes. Next thing I saw was, and White isn't even close to being a finished product in his estimation because he isn't going to slow down anytime soon. His journey will be interesting to watch. The media are in the business of casting opinions. Social media loves pointing out the gotcha moments when those opinions are wrong, but those opinions often are made based on the information being provided at the time. To White's credit, he is changing what's being provided and has been doing that on a nightly basis for the last month. We're all on a different journey, White said. It's kind of crazy, but that's what it is. Just our own journey. Once again, a great response by Coby White. It's not too often that you aren't able to pick apart what a player says and say maybe that wasn't the best response. But he is even saying that players that aren't, performing at a higher level right now, it's just a different journey for them. Maybe they aren't suited for the league. Maybe they aren't suited for that offense. Maybe it's not the right team. But that is a great way to say it. And I've really been impressed with Coby White all around, outside of the game, with the media, behind the scenes in the locker room, and his game has been so great. Coby White is a player right now, and I will put my opinion on the line with that we cannot lose at any cost because of how he is around the team, the organization, how he takes criticism, and how he is playing is exactly what you're looking for a basketball player, and that is somebody we cannot lose on this organization right now. The next thing that we're going to talk about in topic today is he is a record-setting shooter. We touched a little bit on that, how he has 47 three-pointers made in 10 games. But who was the previous holder of that record? Was it somebody in the past, or was it somebody more recently? Well, it's oddly enough that the setter for that record, if all of us can remember, wasn't that long ago. It was actually a player that's out with an injury right now, and that player is Zach Lavine. So Bulls Coby White, when he hit 46 three-pointers in the 10 games, he is actually up to 47, and he snapped Zach Lavine's franchise record of 45. Lavine went on that big run. I think we can remember he had a game, I believe it was 10 plus three-pointers, and he really went on a massive run there for a little bit with threes. But Coby White has had a game with 8 and also a game with 7, and every other game had been, a lot of three-pointers there. He had multiple with 3 or more. I believe he went on a streak where it was only 2 games out of 9 that he didn't hit 3 or more three-pointers, and that brings us to the next record, actually, that Coby White now owns on just the Chicago Bulls, and that's being the franchise record streak, notching his 10th consecutive game with 3 or more made threes. The Bulls went 9 for 13 as a team from beyond the arc in the second half to improve to shooting to a 46.4% on the night, and that was against, of course, the San Antonio Spurs. The second half we played great. I remember seeing a graphic during the game. I couldn't actually find it online afterwards, but in the second half this year, the Chicago Bulls are the best team in NBA history since 1951 to 52, where the stat has been tracked, of point differential in the second half, where we get off to such a slow start, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but there is hope to turn things around. We are plus 7.9 points better in the second half than we are in the first half, which is the greatest point differential from first to second half in NBA history, once again since they started collecting those stats in the 51 to 52 season. Long time there, and it's crazy that the Bulls are the team to do it. I think there's lots of hope with this team as trade rumors are building each and every single day around Lavine, DeRozan, everybody on the team. Even Patrick Williams has been featured that we talked about yesterday. But Coby White is a guy that is going to stay put. This has been your host, Joey Mercer. I can't wait to see you in the next episode of Bulls Digest. Make sure to go down below, like the video, comment on the video, and let me know what you like there. Let me know some of your opinions. I love to read all of your opinions here on Bulls Digest. It's great to see those. And I can't wait to see you until the next one. Go down below, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and as soon as you're notified, I'll see you in the next one.